Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is T. I make cozy gaming and lifestyle content on this channel, and today we are doing a reset for 2025. Now, you would have seen I cleaned up the kitchen a little bit, made the bed, fluffed the couch. This is the first year with doing a reset where I want to clean space. That includes digitally and physically. So if you guys have been following along with my journey, you would know that I was on a working holiday in Canada with my partner, and before we moved to Canada, we literally sold pretty much everything. All we kept was a few sentimental things. We are slowly building up our basic necessities, getting those extra comfort things as well. That has also come with a fair bit of clutter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen record on my Mac, and we're going to go through some of our goals. Not very many though, 2025 goals. Like, I really want a very small handful of goals. I want to develop a monthly reset that is achievable each month and will obviously change as time goes on, but I usually work off Notion. First of all, I put my MacBook onto charge, and then let's boot everything up, and if for any reason the screen recording doesn't work, I will pop up screenshots here next to me. But as we can see here, this is just my home screen, just something simple and easy. I have my archived pages. Down there I have my planning content. What we're going to do is going to my yearly goals and reflections. I do need to change the top, but I think it's kind of nice. So I had a few different pillars, I guess you could say. So I had content creation and physical, financial, mental, and hobbies. Let's go through them. So starting off with content creation, upload consistently. My ultimate goal is to be obviously uploading at least once a week. Dream would be twice a week. With working full time, also a new update, I am starting university next year. So full-time job, university, two things alone, that is already going to be so difficult to add editing on top of it. I'm not going to tick that off as upload consistently. I feel as though this second half of the year I've maintained a pretty good uploading every second week. Goal for this year coming up, 2025, will be once a week. Start vlogging, I did, which I'm very happy about. Hit 2K subscribers, I didn't, unfortunately, and I did get monetized this year. Thank you so much for everyone who has watched so far. What a milestone that is. That is just, when I first made the channel, I just dreamed of the idea of ever reaching that. Now, physical, start running. I did. My problem with running though and trying to run consistently is I keep hurting my hip, my left hip, and run for a couple weeks. Then my hip will start hurting, and then I have to take a couple weeks off because it'll get to the point where I can barely walk. This year, I've actually wanting to sign up for a 10K run. The plan for that will be is I'm going to try and incorporate a lot of stretching. Stretching doesn't work, I'll actually be going to a physio about it. Hopefully mid-year next year I'll be able to run a 10K. That will be my goal, so fingers crossed that can happen. Next thing is finding a yoga class. I didn't do this. Maybe I need to incorporate some more yoga here at home. I would still love to find a yoga class, but financially and time-wise, I just don't know where I would find the opportunity to do that. And hand stretches, yes, I've definitely started to do that, and I maintain doing that. Moving to financial. So we have saved up an emergency fund, which has been so great, as well as we have started a fund to put a deposit down for our first home. So that is obviously very exciting. Now, mental. Find a long-term therapist. Through a certain program here in Australia, I was actually eligible to get a counsellor. I was meant to go see them last Friday for my first appointment. I got COVID. Unfortunately, I've had to push that back to next year, but I still found a therapist. I regularly meditate. I haven't regularly meditated. I cannot tick this off. I, however, have been meditating more regularly than what I used to. Learn to cook. I have learned to cook. I have learned to cook my way. I have learned to cook. So we now have basic nutritious meals. Hobbies. I love this. Read before bed most nights. Absolutely. And try one new hobby a month. Who has that kind of money? I wish I had that kind of money. That was really ambitious. That were my general 2024 goals. These are the ones I feel like I ticked off. And looking at it now, I'm pretty happy with that. Thought when I was coming into this today, I really thought I didn't do much. I really didn't achieve goals, but I really did. So that has made me feel much better. Now, what I'm going to do, if you come down here, going through now pretty much much what I'm doing here, but I want to put it in written form. I'm not going to show this, so I'm going to be right back. Okay, so actually, first thing before I do that, I'll pop up on the screen my two vision boards for my phone and my laptop. I don't exactly know what's going to look like as I'm filming it, but I do know we want to go to Japan this year, so there's going to definitely be a picture of Japan. We are looking at engagement rings, which is so lovely, so I know there's going to be something along the lines for that one. Now, as you can see in what I've done here is I've actually got like a past year's thing, so I wrote a letter to myself just now. I pretty much in the 2024, I quite literally just copied and pasted it here, and then of course when I was doing my extra writing, I've just copied and pasted, so just so I can look back over the year. I'd really love to do that. Ooh, we'll change this one to 2025. Let's start off with word of the year. For this year, I want development. I want to just develop systems in my life that work for me across the board with everything. I want to develop great systems for myself with working. I want to develop really great study systems for myself. So this year is all about development. I'm going to say / developing. Now let's head down to my pillars of creativity. Instead of consistently, I'm going to say upload once a week for my content creation and upload more to Instagram and Pinterest. Oh, now physical. I wish to run a 10K, strengthen my hand, and go to the gym 3 times per week. Obviously, I already spoke about the 10K and then going to the gym 3 times a week. Now, I haven't mentioned this, but me and my partner do go to the gym now as of mid-year, which was great. But we're only going twice a week. We'd really love to bump that up to 3 times a week. So we want like a bit of like an upper body day, a lower body day, and a cardio day. Financial, honestly, with how we're going, my only real goal is to continue saving for a house deposit. Like financially, what a night and day difference we have had. We budget every week and we've got a budget spreadsheet done. It works for us so well that it literally takes us less than 5 minutes a week. Literally, it is so good and I don't really want to change that. I feel like we have a really healthy relationship with money now, so very happy with that. So the only goal is continue for a house deposit. Mental. It's still going to be find a therapist. Basically, this will be I'm happy with my therapist. So find a therapist and find balance in life and work. Hobbies. I have made comments where I'm like, I don't ever want to put a reading goal. I don't think it's realistic. Blah, blah, blah. Like I don't ever want to put that pressure on myself. I want to read 12 books this year. So basically, I know, like I said, I've not really wanted to ever set a reading goal because I'm very much a mood reader, but I think I reached 10 or 11 books this year. And now the second hobby, I don't know how to word this. I want to stick to junk journal. I think that's maybe the best way to put it. I really want to stick to junk journaling. I really want to create those memories. I really want to feel crafty, which then brings me to my third one. I basically want to start DIYing furniture. When I say DIYing, I don't necessarily want to create furniture from scratch, but I literally want to be able to pick up pieces and change them and alter it to my color, my style, turn something that isn't necessarily something I'd love and turn it into something I love. So like furniture flipping, I guess, but like I don't really want to sell it. I want to keep it for myself. And most importantly, I've started doing my own nails. So improve on basic nail skills, shape, and stickers. Let's move on to the monthly reset. And we're going to do some of those monthly resets as well. Good morning, everyone. It has been a couple of days. I know I did a lot of yapping in the previous clips, so we're gonna try not to make it too yappy today. It's a couple of days later and I need to do it all today basically because as we're coming up to the Christmas time, I'm on break from work and I really want to buy Luma Island. It looks so good. However, I know if I buy it, none of this is getting done. Nothing is getting filmed, nothing is getting cleaned, nothing is getting edited. Like life is gonna stop for me once I get that game. I know it. Let's get this reset done. Let's get ready for the new year and then I can buy Luma Island. I'm going to screenshot today. I'm not going to full on screen record like I did for the first half. As you can see, I've already ticked off my YouTube tracking. I have planned my content for this month. I've already started planning some content into February, so I'm very excited about that. And I already checked off my yearly goals because we literally just made them, so it doesn't make sense for me to go back and recheck them. I think 2025, we're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to say it's gonna be this way or that way, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it to the best of our abilities, and we're gonna, you know, try. Simply because we're gonna have a bit of a more positive mindset. Back to my monthly tracking. The things that I really need to tackle is basically starting off with my emails and the emails I have been avoiding. So let's get that party going, because I know that is going to take me... I know once I get into the rhythm of it, I'll be fine, and it probably won't take that long. But until that happens, let's get into it. So, done my emails. I haven't sent the emails that I've been avoiding, purely because, well, I've done the draft for them. I always like my partner to view over any emails that I send, that are emails that I have to send with negative feelings attached to them. You know, not quite email-esque. So it's always good when there's a little bit of emotion behind the email, just for somebody else to view it and go, you're all good, or maybe say it a little bit along this line, if you catch my drift. It took less than an hour, or if not on an hour, and I cleared out my own personal email. I cleared out and organized my personal email, cleared out and organized my joint email, as well as my YouTube like business email. Well, I almost forgot a bill, so thank God I actually did my emails at this point in time, so I forgot to put one down in the calendar. Anyway, I think I'm just yip-yapping again. Let's get into clearing my photos. Now this one I'm definitely really dreading, because, to be real, it's always a pain in the ass to do. Nonetheless though, I figure I'm gonna start from the top, so from like my most recent pictures to my oldest. I'm obviously not going to get through them all. I have so many pictures from Canada, it's just insane. So from here, what I'm going to do is as much as I can from that way, and then I'm going to go from my oldest and just sort of see if there's any, because all my pictures are on a hard drive. So anything I delete, like that are old photos, I've already got them saved and saved away. So sometimes it just takes me a little while to delete them. So let's begin this. Okay, where is my glasses? God, I hope I'm in focus. I cannot see shit. I always forget how kind of difficult it is to go through my photos. There is lots of documents I have saved from my injury back in Canada. There's lots of things I need to keep them. And I said, even though I know they're safe on a hard drive, on multiple hard drives, I don't know, I just like to keep them on my phone, easy access. I know they're there, but I tend to forget until I actually go through them, and it's like, we have to learn to live with it. We have to learn to live with all of that came along with it. But in order to make myself feel a little bit better, I'm going to make some Twix cookies. I will link them in the description, because it's just from Pinterest, and I've made them so many times now, and they're always such a hit, and I love the Twix cookies. So let's get into it. Let's end this reset on a positive note. Let's do this. So, smallest of smallest problems. So I don't think the cookies are a go. Basically, when I've made these heaps of times at the beginning of the year, first 6 months of the year, realizing that I actually borrowed a significant amount of the equipment from my housemates. I don't have a rolling pin, right? So the goal was I was going to use this bottle of booze to roll the dough out. Like, that's fine. I can do without a rolling pin. Like, not the end of the world. Quite literally, I can use anything of any real cylinder shape to roll this guy out, right? So I thought, you know, solution, right? I never have a cookie cutter, so I'm just going to use a cup. Again, not a problem. We can live with that. That's not the end of the world. And then the next one is I have to cream together butter and sugar for 3 minutes. And I was like, that usually requires an electric beater. I do not have an electric beater. I can do it by hand though, like, right? Then I realized I don't actually have anything to actually mix it with, because since breaking my wrist, I'm very aware of what will and won't work in causing me pain. A little spoon while trying to cream this together, so this is gonna take like some serious arm muscle. It's not really gonna work, right? Then I come over to my beautiful little utensil holder. You might think, oh, I could mix with this. No. This thing is so bendy. I'm gonna snap it. Trying to mix together butter and sugar and like it's just, I think at some point you've got to go, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Not to fear though. We may not be able to do the Twix cookies. However, I can still do my pasta bake, potato bake. I'm gonna try and find where that recipe is on Pinterest. Also link it below. I'm not sure if it's gonna be any good. I'm sure I will put something up here that states if it is or isn't. Put all this away and try and make that. How do you grease a dish? Do I just like get a bit of butter and just like wipe it all over the dish? Let's give this a go, okay? What's the worst that could happen? Can I just like hold this and like rub it all over the dish? That feels like it's going to be too much though. I've seen people use paper towel, so I'm just going to use paper towel. This doesn't look terrible. It might look a little ridiculous how I'm doing it, but like, I've had worse ideas that have failed quite dramatically. There's got to be a different way to do this though, right? This can't possibly be it. Because that looks very wasteful. Okay, so I've greased the dish. Make the sauce. So let's pop the dish away and let's chop everything up. They tried that.